We're at 4,500 feet, going 650 miles an hour, taking pictures. And we got hit. The nose pitched down violently. I got on the radio and I said, "Flare 4 has been hit." And the only person that heard me say that was me. The radios were out, and I made the decision to jump out of the airplane. Avec les anges, si pure la mer, bergère d'azur infinie.
Ask 100 different people for the definition of a Notre Dame man or a Notre Dame woman. You'll get 100 different answers. Ask them to show you such a person, and if Joe Kernan's in the room, they'll all point to him.
A gentleman who'd do anything for anyone, and has.
What Joe learned from his dad was that there was never an excuse to quit.
My father could do anything. There was only one Little League in South Bend at the time, but we didn't live in the district. And my dad came up with the scheme that Bobby Wolz and I, who was also in the neighborhood, and we were both 12, that we would move in with 2 families who lived in the district, and then we'd be able to play. We were pumped because we get to play Little League. The day before opening day, we got busted, and we got tossed out of the league. My dad said, "We'll just start our own league," and we had opening day on the 4th of July, 1958. Out at Notre Dame, Father Wilson then loaned the league a diamond to play, which is really right across the street from where Legends is today. We rode out to the ballpark on fire trucks, which of course you couldn't do today. Kids hanging off fire trucks, and it was the beginning really then of a lot of other Little Leagues in South Bend. And it's one of those things that I grew up with, was the game is never over, and there's never an excuse to quit.
Once Joe met Maggie McCullough, he wasn't about to quit on her either.
I think I probably loved her from the first time I saw her. I remember going down to play, it was my senior year playing at Purdue. I was playing second base, and there was Maggie, who was attending Purdue. She was a freshman at Purdue. And I hollered her name out from second base in my baseball holler, you know. Come, hey Maggie! It was one of. The rest is history.
But before he'd be governor, lieutenant governor, the most popular mayor in South Bend history, husband to Maggie, or the man who
treated everyone as an equal,
he'd have to spend nearly a year in the most infamous prison in Vietnam.
a brutal place, notorious for torture and death, roaches, rats, concrete for beds, and some of the most sadistic guards in the Vietnam War.
For me, every day has been a bonus because it could have gone the other way back in 1972. And I knew a lot of guys that didn't come home.
Guys like fellow 68 grads, First Lieutenant William Bruce Heskett, First Lieutenant John Roche, Sergeant John Cricklayer, Captain Stephen J. Cheney, and Lieutenant Mike McCormick.
If you got shot down, if you got hit, 3 out of 4 didn't come home. And so I bucked the odds somewhere along the way for whatever reasons, and I don't have many bad days.
When he got out, he'd meet the president, get married, and move back to the city and the university he loved.
We didn't know what we were going to do, but we knew we wanted to be in South Bend.
Maybe Joe bucked the odds so that he could someday lead his hometown as mayor.
I loved the job because I never imagined that I would be mayor of my city. It gives you the opportunity to be able to do things that really matter in people's lives every day. And the kind of collaboration that there is now between the city and the university, the results of this collaboration will be the most important thing to happen in my lifetime. I'm just looking forward to hopefully being around to watch it happen.
Maybe Joe returned from Vietnam so that he could become the 48th governor of the state of Indiana, appoint the first female lieutenant governor in the state's history, improve job training and the business climate at the same time, strengthen the state's education system, improve state services for veterans, and move forward with bringing affordable health care to the state's uninsured.
I never imagined that I would be doing some of the things that I got to do, and have friends all over the world.
No one will ever know just how much they really need to thank Joe Kernan. He wouldn't want them to know. But it's more than fair to say that Joe Kernan is not a quitter.
There's never an excuse to quit. It wasn't impossible. It's one of those things that I grew up with.
And Joe's dad can see him right now. He's smiling down upon him.
Class of 68 alum.
Prisoner of war. Governor.
Recipient of the Edward Frederick Sorin C.S.C. Award.
God, country, Notre Dame. Joe Kernan, a loyal son of Notre Dame.